you are in charge of telling people what to think about you and also how to treat you just by the way you hold yourself, just the way you present yourself physically, and how you speak to other people. Today, we're diving into 6 habits that people of a certain caliber practice every single day that you too can also practice to instantly elevate your life. Now, through my job, I get to work with some of the most successful people on the planet. I get to travel with them, their teams, their families, and as I'm working, I'm observing. So these 6 habits are ones that over time, the same 6 habits kept coming up. So I'm going to share them with you today. You must have a routine. So every single day, you wake up and you do the exact same routine to start your day. Now, this could be blocked into time periods. Maybe you have your morning schedule, your afternoon schedule, and your evening schedule. And maybe it varies a little bit day to day, but genuinely you have a schedule and a routine that you stick to every single day. So this could look like, for example, you wake up, and the earlier you wake up, the more time you'll have during the day and the more successful you'll be within your day. Now, that might mean you wake up at 6 a.m., maybe it's 5 a.m., but whatever it might be, we wake up at a certain time and we stick to that time every single day. It's consistency. People have consistency and that gives them routine, and routine gives success. Now, with your routines, write it down. Keep it in a personal calendar or diary or in your Gmail calendar, whatever it might be. But writing down your routine is key. Now, that could also be your grooming routine. Do you shave every day? Do you clean your face every day? Do you brush your teeth 3 times a day? Do you shower once a day? Do you cut your hair every 2 weeks? Do you paint your nails weekly? What is your routine, not only for your life day to day, but also your grooming habits? And that's something that will very much help you stay organized. Now remember, these are called habits for a reason. This just isn't something you do one day and never again. These are habits. Habits are formed by repetition, so you must practice them. Here's an interesting statistic for you about how many times you need to practice something before it becomes a habit. They cultivate a timeless sense of style. What are pieces in your wardrobe that are classic? What does classic, sophisticated, timeless actually mean? Nothing trendy. Think about, look through your wardrobe and think about, will this blouse, will this pair of trousers, will this blazer or pair of shoes still be in style in 10 years? 5 years, 2 years, 1 year? If the answer is no, then that's not an investment piece. So people of a certain lifestyle, they have investment pieces. They're good quality. So when you're shopping for a piece of clothing, going up to the clothing and holding it and doing the 2-second test, 1, 2, and letting it go. Does it wrinkle and show bad quality, or does it come out seamlessly and show that it's a beautiful cotton fabric instead of a very inexpensive, cheaply made polyester fabric? And instead, the cotton fabric might be slightly more in terms of your budget, but it will last you 10 times longer than that cheap polyester fabric. Start looking at pieces that don't have super recognizable maybe patterns to them as well. Think about neutrals. Neutral colors always work. So it might be a white. I always think every single person should have a nice white blouse or button down, whatever it might be. And then also think about a blazer or a jacket. Maybe it's tweed, maybe it's cotton, whatever the fabric is. I think you should have a timeless classic coat. If you're in a warmer weather environment, maybe that's not one for you, but in most environments, we have one timeless coat. Maybe it's a pair of shoes and a bag. Maybe it's a briefcase, or maybe it's a handbag. This also means if you wear makeup, it's also classic makeup. So will your makeup still be sophisticated and in classic in 5 years, or is what you're doing right now a little too trendy and maybe only in style this month or this week? You'll also notice that less is more, which means they're never over-cluttered with their appearance. Timeless, sophisticated style means simplicity. So to add on, 10 bracelets and a watch and really big earrings and maybe a scarf and, maybe a necklace would be way too much. So take pieces off rather than put pieces on. Now, interestingly, many of the royal families around the world only wear 3 pieces of jewelry in addition to any marital or religious jewelry. And that's how they keep their classic, sophisticated style very timeless and elegant. They exude politeness and respect. Now, a lot of people go to restaurants and they think, oh, if I'm demanding of a server, that will show, that will force the person to show me respect. But actually, people who come from a certain lifestyle, they dine regularly. They often have home staff that work with them every day, week, hour of the day. So they don't need to demand things from people. They don't need to treat people poorly. They don't need to, shout to get somebody's attention. So when you go to a restaurant, when you're at home, whatever it might be, we treat people with kindness and respect and politeness always. Socially, we are always saying, yes, please, no, thank you, may I please have. We never need to raise our voices unless we physically need to for some reason. So for example, when you see somebody at a restaurant ordering a server around or snapping or clapping to get their attention, that's considered very bad manners. And somebody who is used to this type of treatment every day or week would not need to show or exert that type of power on another person, which is seen as disrespectful. Instead, they would simply raise their hands 2 fingers above their shoulder and say, hello, yes, may I please order a coffee? Thank you very much. Now, a fun story that I have, I was actually working at an event with Prince Charles at the time, now King Charles, and he spoke to every single person at the event. It didn't matter if it was the server holding the tray of canapes, passing hors d'oeuvres, or the bartender, or the person at the door for security. He spoke to every single person in the room and was very kind to everyone. So no matter how successful, whatever lifestyle you lead, make sure you're kind and respectful to everyone. They practice thoughtful communication. Now, what this means is if you have an accent, that's a great thing because it's a great conversation starter. It says that you're intelligent in the way that you speak multiple languages, or you come from somewhere which has a story behind it. Maybe it's a different dialect. Maybe you're from the South and you have a certain accent that the North doesn't, even if you speak the same language. Never try to remove an accent. Instead, try to take out slang words. So words like yeah instead of yes. People of a certain caliber of life say yes, not yeah. So they're typically well educated, and in schools and school systems where you're taught proper English or proper language of whatever you're studying, they will take slang out of your vocabulary. So start doing that. It's an easy one. One conversation hack I constantly observe, that's a habit of very successful people, is they are always reading something. So even if it's the busiest man or one of the busiest men on the planet who happens to be a client of mine, he always has one book he can talk about that he is reading or was reading that offers something to a conversation. And really, it could be something you read 10 years ago, but you're referencing a book. So people of a certain lifestyle have great education. Great education means they are usually very well read. So make sure you have one good book to reference in all conversation. They know how to carry themselves. Carrying oneself simply means the way that you position yourself when you walk into a room or when you're having a conversation. So for example, sitting like this is bad posture. It carries myself, it makes me carry myself like I'm low, like I'm not important. Somebody who is important is shoulders back, head, chin parallel to the floor, a nice gentle smile, eyes open, and able to walk around a room with grace and ease and having good posture while you're sitting, standing, walking, conversing, whatever it might be. But posture is extremely important. Posture makes you attractive to other people. It shows that you're confident, that you are able to be approached, that you're social, that you're happy. People who are not happy show with their bodies, often through posture. So remember, people are attracted to confident people. Confidence is shown in the body and through the body through excellent posture. along those same lines. They maintain composure. They always have grace. They always are aware of their actions. They don't explode at people because they're so confident and they're so, comfortable in their own skin. They don't need to make a scene around other people or draw attention negatively to themselves in that way. So never let someone fluster you. If you get flustered, you lose your composure, and then you sort of, you lose that ease of elegance and grace and sophistication. So never let someone ruffle your feathers. If you need to, take a deep breath and remove yourself from the situation. But composure is very important and a habit that people of a certain lifestyle and caliber of life practice daily. They master excellent social etiquette. So not only are they composed and kind and respectful and well-dressed and have great posture, but they also know what to do and when to do it. Whether it's a dinner party, a work event, a social event, a baby shower, or just, walking around town and shopping, knowing how to act in whatever situation you're in to show respect to other people around you is excellent social etiquette. They know how to give and receive a business card correctly. They know how to write a handwritten thank you letter or an email, a beautiful email letter. They know how to greet someone, whether it be a handshake or a cheek kiss. One of the biggest forms of social etiquette that I can think of that we use every single day, dining etiquette. No matter if you're just having a coffee with a friend or a colleague, or you're having a full formal 12-course meal, dining etiquette is crucial. The person sitting across from you or standing next to you can't have a great conversation with you if all they can focus on is you opening your mouth as you chew, or reaching across the table as a distraction, or speaking loudly when you're in a beautiful Michelin star restaurant and you should be having nice, calm, gentle voices when you are dining. So social etiquette is hugely important of people at a certain lifestyle, and it's something that you can easily, really, truly start practicing. Remember, it's not where you're from or how much money you have, but it's how you show up every day. These habits of highly successful people really are quite easy. And it's just something that after observing the same habits over and over and over again, I started writing them down. And so I'm so happy that I was able to share them with you today. Now, I want to know which habit resonates with you the most. Comment down below. Make sure to follow along and share this with anyone you think might find it helpful. And until next time, thank you for joining. I'm Myka Meier.